Biltmore Estate was conceived by George Washington Vanderbilt over 100 years ago. He came to Asheville in the late 1800s with his mother. His mother was recuperating from some sort of influenza, and the mountains of western North Carolina were one of the places that doctors sent people, the pure mountain air, to recover. He fell in love with the area and decided to build a summer home. He sent his land agents down, and they purchased 125,000 acres of land. Being a man of the Gilded Age, George traveled quite a bit to Europe and to the great country estates, and that's what he modeled Biltmore after. One of the most important things he did was develop a very large and diverse agricultural program. He wanted an estate that prided itself in producing all the food consumed by the family, the staff, the guests, and the workers on the estate. They had beef cattle, dairy cattle, a large poultry operation, a purebred Berkshire swine operation, Southdown sheep, certainly horses and mules for work and light riding, all kinds of forage and feed crops for the livestock. In the 1930s, the farm started to specialize. All the enterprises went away except for the Jersey dairy cattle herd, which really grew and exploded to a very, very large operation that was dispersed in October of 1982. And that's when I came into the picture to replace the dairy cattle with a registered Angus operation. We purchased 29 head from 2 operations in Georgia, Irvington Farms, that was owned by Billy King, and Cripple Pine Farms, that was owned by Ed Oliver. I've been around Angus cattle most of my life, and I've learned to appreciate the fact that we have a very, very moderate maternal breed that's easy to work with and adaptable to many, many conditions and situations. I grew up in New York, and when I was a student, such world-famous bulls like Penn State Power Play and High Pockets were born, and that was kind of exciting to be around those caliber of animals. So when I came to Biltmore, it was just natural for me to introduce Angus cattle. We started our field-to-table program when it wasn't really cool. That was over 25 years ago. We started producing meat for our own tables. And of course, Angus cattle are known throughout the world for their carcass quality. We can produce a white tablecloth product that our chefs really appreciate. The farm grew from 29 Angus cows to our current herd of 250. Those original 29 head of females are the only females that we have ever purchased. Breeding cattle is a very rewarding occupation. What's fun for me to see is now we have calves being born that were 6 and 7 generations born and bred at Biltmore. And I can look back deep into our pedigrees and remember every animal, and that's very, very unique. I'm very proud of the fact that I have contributed to our mission of preserving the profitable working estate. Our brand is based on the Vanderbilt hospitality, and that's what we do really, really well. And that continues through every operation on the estate. You know, I built the current program from the inception of the Angus herd. It's continuing that tradition that George put into place years and years ago of growing our own food and serving it to our guests.